Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? Are you look, here's the crazy thing. The 49ers just beat the Seahawks for the first time in their entire history 5 consecutive times. Never happened ever in 49ers history. You just put them down 5 in a row. I'm excited about this. 49ers win 28-16 by 12. Clayton, how we doing, man? Let's celebrate this freaking victory, baby.
Yeah, another great game, another great strong showing from Brock Purdy. He dominated once again, and just kind of reinforcing those MVP aspirations. I think he saw some of the discourse on Twitter. I wouldn't be shocked if he did. And everyone was saying, oh, this guy can't throw deep. He just throws checkdowns to his weapons, and then they do all the work. Well, guess what, John? He was slinging the rock today.
He can dunk my rear end because exactly. Like Brock Purdy, I don't think this was his best game, but he had a couple of bad reads early. But overall, Brock Purdy played so well. By far the best quarterback in the game. You can hear the crowd going crazy behind me, which is awesome. The 49ers did whatever they had to do, and they were tested. A lot of injuries. I mean, when Charvarius Ward went out, that got weird. We're going to talk about some of those things. But the offense, Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel's playing better than any player in the entire NFL right now. CMC continues to just be a machine. Ayuk goes over 1,000 yards. Kittle's there when you need him for a touchdown score, whenever like that is. This team is hitting on all cylinders, and despite all the defensive injuries, at one point, the 49ers were out 4 separate defensive starters. They struggled a little bit, but whenever you give up this many points, you should win a game. The defense did their job. The offense did their job. And now the 49ers single-handedly in first place. The Rams lost in overtime. Now the Seahawks lost. NFC West is ours.
And, John, I have some more breaking news. The Vikings are going to kneel this thing out. Well, they got to get a first down probably and a little more. But the Vikings are up 3-0 currently. They just picked off O'Connell, so they have control of this game. It's looking like the 49ers will clinch the playoffs today in literally minutes. So, super exciting day. They dominate on the field. Everything we need to go right pretty much so far has gone right today. If the Eagles lose, we control first place. It's incredible, John. And yeah, they're just running this thing out. We should have it in the next couple of minutes here.
And not only that, like our bets this week, we took the Vikings +4. We hit our Thursday night teaser. We won this one. We didn't bet the 49ers spread, which is at 13 points. They won by 12. We made some money. For the 6th consecutive week in a row. We just keep stockpiling wins, which is awesome. If you haven't signed up on MyBookie yet, please do so. Use promo code 49ers. But the 49ers are in the playoffs. That's not a shocker, and we shouldn't be happy with that. We want that 1 seed. We want the 1 seed. It's coming. The Lions lost today, so now we have buffer between the 2 and the 3 seed. The NFC West, everybody lost. The Cardinals were off on a bye week. Everything the 49ers want is right there on the cusp. Right there.
It sure
is,
Clayton,
John. Let's get to just a couple quick questions real quick. Let's dive into some of those. But, man, this is Celebration Sunday. This is what we wanted. And you put this team in the ground consecutive years in a row. They're 6-7. Like, we remember the time where the Seahawks were able to, like, control the destiny of this division. That's in the past. Whether it's Geno Smith, whether it's freaking Drew Lock, don't care. Brock Purdy has beaten this team 4 times in a row in less than 2 years. Like, whatever the past was, that's done. The 49ers reign supreme on this division and put the Seahawks exactly where they belong. which is in the ground. How in the world are Seahawks going to even make the playoffs, let alone compete for this division? Man, I'm still pumped about this, and we'll get into some of the game, but this is awesome, man. As a 49ers fan, I could not be more excited.
I think that's the sentiment throughout the comments section, all across 49ers Twitter, anywhere you look. People are just excited, John. And it's just, once again, great time to be a 49ers fan. Let's get to some of these questions and comments. Yes. I've got one right here from the Newt. Thank you for the comment. How about Dre Greenlaw? He changed the game today with his presence. Once again, just proving that having that physical enforcer in the middle of the field, in the middle of the defense, it just changes everything about how the 49ers attack opposing offenses. And he's a great player to watch on Sunday.
There was one play where Drew Lock scrambled. Randy Gregory lost contain. He checks it down. Awesome pass. And Greenlaw was just sitting there. Forced the fourth down punt. He just did what was needed. When Greenlaw got hurt and missed a couple plays, it was just oh my gosh. Warren Burks left, Charvarius Ward left, Armstead was out earlier. It was just oh my gosh, what are the 49ers going to do to overcome all these injuries? But Greenlaw came back in, and the whole stadium, when 57 ran back out there, took a big breath, and everything was fine. He took care of whatever was needed after that. So, yeah, I'm huge on Greenlaw. I'm wearing the Navarro Bowman, the spirit of Bowman, baby, against the Seahawks. I can't stand this team. And so it was nice. It was awesome. Greenlaw's incredible.
Absolutely he is, John. Let's see here. I've got Yatsik right here. Armstead's absence was noticeable. John, do we know exactly how long he's going to be out for? Is it do we know much more beyond he's hurt and what do we know?
It said week to week. I would say one more week. Kinlaw played incredible. Armstead's awesome, but when you go from Armstead to Kinlaw, that's their drop-offs. That's wonderful. Going from Kinlaw to the next one, that hurt. Kalia Davis didn't splash like we hoped. And I really feel like today the rookies kind of hurt. I know a lot of people are going to hate this next comment. The fake punt, which should have been a first down. The first fake punt I can ever remember in Kyle Shanahan's entire tenure, worked to perfection. Shout out to Mitch. And Ronnie Bell, I understand he slipped. I don't care. You don't cross block. The first down was already had. Ronnie Bell slips, goes at the knees, should have been a penalty, wiped it out. The game should have been over in the third quarter. Rookies will cost you consistently. I don't think Ronnie Bell knew the rules, and I know he slipped. I'm not saying he didn't slip. I'm saying I don't care. You get the first down, you don't cross block, which means when momentum's going one way and then it stops and comes underneath, you let it go because you already won. Ronnie Bell didn't understand that, and so that hurt. Definitely some plays. Ambry Thomas, we got to talk about him. Charvarius Ward went out in the first quarter. Ambry Thomas has had a wonderful season. He's been awesome. However, the Seahawks took advantage of that big time. And Ambry Thomas couldn't be protected. When Ambry Thomas comes in and nickel packages only, and you shift Demo inside and Charvarius Ward's outside, you can cover up a lot of mistakes. You couldn't do that when Charvarius Ward went out. So, number 20, I love him. But, man, I hate to say this. The Michigan boys made this a game for the 49ers. Ambry Thomas struggled. Jair Brown got the awesome interception. I know he's not a Michigan guy. He's a Big Ten guy. But just rookies, young, inexperienced players. Jair Brown, awesome. Ronnie Bell struggled. Ambry Thomas struggled, made up for it late. There's a lot of positives. The film's going to tell a lot here. But, man, Ambry Thomas, Ronnie Bell, kept this a game into the fourth when it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I agree, John. And speaking of film, if you guys want to catch the film from this game and from every single 49ers game throughout this entire season, into the past and into the future as well as it becomes available, check us out at the49ersrush.com and on Patreon. We're in both spots. Come sign up today. We still doing a 7-day free trial over on the rush.com?
On both. The link is in the description of this video audio. Go check it out. It's the best way to support the show. And if you enjoy what we do, whether it's the podcast, whether it's the travel parties, we're going to go back to our parking lot now. We're going to hang out with some people, celebrate this victory in the 49ers parking lot, Blue Lot. Next week, we've got freaking Patrick Willis. Are you kidding me? And tailgate, all you can eat and drink out in Arizona. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Link in the description of this video, whether that's you want to watch film or you want to party with us, that's where you're going to find it.
Absolutely, John. It's going to be a blast in Arizona next week. Gosh, I wish I could be there. But alas, Patrick Willis will be there, though, which is way cooler than me being there. Hey, I'm just saying, anybody who's in Arizona, get out to that. Tickets are available at the 40. Are they at the 49ers? RushRoadTrip.com. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go check that out. Let's see here. We got Mark right here. Thank you for the comment, Mark. He said, hey, let's not complain too much. You know, there was some rough stuff on special teams today, no doubt. But we get the win. We walk away with a semi-convincing win against a division opponent to more or less lock the whole division up. It's a huge day for the 49ers.
Yeah, that's huge. And so we're going to see what the Vikings score is, because if that's the case, and the Vikings did drop today, the 49ers are in the playoffs. And we want to balance everything. We're a fan podcast. Like, that's what we are. Oh, it's over? It's final? The Vikings
over.
won 3-0.
Yeah, I had it backwards. Yeah, I had it backwards earlier. My apologies for that. We needed the Raiders to win, which is ironic.
So we're going to continue on as far as the 49ers locking up the playoff spot. But let's just be real. The 49ers winning a playoff spot is not what we're about. No. We're about bigger and better things. We're not the Seahawks. We're not the Rams. That's not who we are. Great things are ahead. And the 49ers just took a huge step in locking up the division. Not only the number 1 seed or the 2 seed, with the Lions losing, everything the 49ers want is right there. So let's do 1 or 2 more questions, Clayton, then we're going to call it, because I'm going to go party with the faithful, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out on this moment. This is awesome. The 49ers just beat the Seahawks for 5 consecutive games in a row. It's never happened. That's what's up. We're bringing the energy right here, baby.
I love it.
This is great.
Let's see here. I got Dave right here. Said, hey, against Seattle, it always gets weird. Let's just hope that the injuries that we suffered today, they aren't going to keep anyone out. We dominate with the starters, and, the backups come in. We struggle a little bit more, but in the end, we walk out with the win. And we'll see about the injuries. So obviously, the one that's probably most concerning is Ward. We got Greenlaw back in that same game. He did.
Charvarius Ward went in the blue tent, came out, worked out. He was on the stationary bike. And if he was severely injured, he was on the sideline, like almost on the field when we were making plays defensively. Like, he did not check out. Charvarius Ward, 100% in with the team. Like, I don't think that's big. Oren Burks could be huge. We know Eric Armstead, 1 more week. I think that's about it. Outside of that, I don't think it's too bad. So injury-wise, just in hell, we're going to be okay, but we got to get Charvarius. You're not making a Super Bowl run without Charvarius Ward. I'm just going to be honest.
No, it would be very difficult, to say the absolute least. John, I don't have much else, so I say we wrap it up here.
Let's wrap it,
and
man.
You get back to the blue lot with the faithful, pound a couple more beers, and then go home.
Yes, sir.
We'll call it a day.
Safely. Everybody be safe. Please.
Absolutely. Yeah, please. Do be safe. Drive safely. Don't drink and drive. All that good stuff. John, another convincing win from the 49ers. Do you have any last thoughts before we get out of here?
I'll say this. There are teams that win separate ways. The 49ers just continue to destroy teams. This was one of the closest victories the 49ers had all year. You won by 12 against a division opponent. 12 points, which I said we'd win by 11 and we won by 12. Like, this is the closest victory the 49ers are going to have this year. I absolutely love it. This team is destined for greatness, and they haven't even hit their stride yet. Thankfully, we have more time. So I'm pumped. Enjoy this. We end every single show, Clayton, the exact same way.
We sure do.
I love you guys, and as always, love you too, bro. Stay strong, faithful. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Let's keep this going.
See ya.